good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are watching WYTV. It's another edition of News Review. I am Oduayo Adelere. And with me in the studio this morning,
I'm Rochimi Orilua. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are watching WYTV.
I see you give us new day. I mention new day every day.
Once have I spoken, twice
have I heard?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you for joining me in the studio this morning.
Thanks for having me.
We appreciate all our viewers out there. We're always staying tuned to WYTV. We say very big thank you to you because truth be told, it is not easy in this economy. Exactly. And we appreciate our sponsors, Nokpa, Abba, and King Victor Nigeria Enterprises. They are always staying through, always coming through for us. We say a very big thank you to you. I want to appreciate our CEO in person of Prince Dr. Noah Adeleke Oshin, popularly known as Ajala Kusangba, or Transformer for Boys and Girls whose lives are in darkness. We say a very big thank you to you. Now, Audit on the show, we'll bring to news that made it to top. Go on a short commercial break. When we come back, we continue from where we stop. We discuss the things that we feel we should discuss, but we will not be the only one talking. You can also drop your own comments in the comment section. Let's discuss it together. On Punch Newspaper this morning, I have Labour slashes proposed new minimum wage to 500,000 naira. Abba Kyari gets bail after 27 months in detention. Bidding cancels additional 7.7 billion naira in student loan. Federal government has full confidence in Air Peace. Keyamo reacts to UK safety violation allegations. On Vanguard newspaper, we have drug trafficking trial. Court grants Abba Kyari 2 weeks bail to bury mom. Nigerian traveler stranded at Muritala Mohammed International Airport seeks federal government's intervention. Netherlands to strengthen relations with Nigeria ambassador. On Daily Post newspaper, we have Lukman fires Atlanta to first ever Europa League glory. Court grants Muslim students right to wear hijab in UI school. Edo Gubar, I can't reconcile with those that offended me. Obaseki. These are the news that made it to the top today. Let's go on a short commercial break. When we come back, we'll continue from where we stop. Don't go nowhere, stay tuned, we'll be right back.
To the beautiful splendor of nature, and the kids can't just resist the temptation to explore to its zenith with the full assurance that the perfect backup is on the way for a perfect refilling. Nokpa, we always come to the rescue anytime, anywhere, any day, anyway, anyhow, round the clock. Your family just can't get a better companion aside Nokpa. Nokpa Abba mixture, your family's best bet.
With Nokpa, healthy living is guaranteed for me and my family.
Nokpa for management of power.
You're welcome back from Bashard Commercial Break. That is our sponsor, Nokpa Abba. They deal with Nokpa Abba mixture, Abba Cool, Abba Tonic, Abba Bitters, Abba Energy Flusher, Abba Powder. Whichever you need, you can just send a DM or call the number 07010108549. So the first one I have here, sir, it says, just in, Labour slashes proposed new minimum wage to 500,000 naira.
I knew it's going to happen because, you know, we have been talking about this Labour Congress president, that's
Joe Ajaero.
Joe Ajaero has been playing politics with the life of
his members.
Of his members, yes, he has been playing politics. It was like he's eating from the national cake. Probably he might be in politics and he doesn't want to show. But with the look of things, yes, everybody, it is not clear to the whole Nigerians that Joe Ajaero is playing politics with his member. Then too, well, let's give kudos to them because federal government has shifted ground. They also need to shift because they can't just stand on that 615,000 naira and you'll be
would
big
you
respect.
agree with me? They are still going to bounce back on the amounts the federal government
is depends on the workers. If the workers are ready to
according to this set of people, they are still going to. Like I said, there's a saying that says you don't compare a child with another child. If you do that, you are going to kill one for the other.
Yes.
If we were to compare this present NLC with the NLC of Oshiomhole, you know they are big different.
The difference is clear. The what really pains me was that if Oshiomhole was the former president of Labour and is now eating from the national cake. I believe he should be able to.
He's trying to tell you that since I am no longer in the body, I don't need to interfere in what concerns. I am going to face what I am here to do. I am a senator representing my state. I am not representing the NLC anymore. They should be able to say what they want for themselves.
That's one thing about our leaders in Nigeria. Once they join politics, they are saying they are forgiven. That's one. Then two, once they join politics, they've forgotten about the suffering of their people.
I think you are getting it wrong forever. Not when they join APC, their sins are forgiven.
When they join APC,
not
that's what I said.
Okay,
oh, sorry, that's what I said. When they join okay, sorry, I misquote. It was Oshomole that said it. Join APC, your sin are forgiven. So Oshomole has joined them. His sin has been forgiven. Then he has nothing to say about his.
Organized labor on Wednesday reduced its demand for an improved new minimum wage from an initial 615,000 naira to 500,000 naira after an agreement could not be reached at the tripartite committee meeting on Tuesday. I thought they came out on Monday and stood their ground that they were not shifting from 615,000 naira.
Now they are coming back to it. You see, they are playing the people's life with politics. But when the time comes, I believe Nigeria will rise and fight for themselves.
Will rise again. The Deputy President of Nigeria Labour Congress Political Commission, Professor Theophilus Ndukuba, disclosed this in an exclusive phone chat with The Punch. Ndukuba told The Punch that the Labour team was compelled to reduce its demand to ensure the federal government meets up with the agreement. Unfortunately, he expressed concern that despite their shifting grounds, the federal government is still stalling the negotiation process. He said, yes, it's true, we have reduced it to 500,000 naira, but we are still not making progress at the moment. Undu Buakus had told our correspondent on Tuesday that Labour found it appalling that the government is not showing any sign of empathy, despite knowing that the masses were struggling to adjust to hardship and inflation brought about by its policies. When asked about the next course of action if Wednesday meeting ends in another deadlock, the unionist stated that they may return to tell the anxious Nigerian workers to stay back home until the federal government comes up with an acceptable offer.
You know what pained me most? Was that none of the governors attended that meeting.
Yeah, what do they want to do there?
The governors should attend the meeting, I believe.
What governors are telling you now, it is NLC that is coming out. They are talking to the federal government.
Okay.
Now let's look.
Are they not the one that is going to pay the money?
Let's look at this Edo State, for example. Yeah. That is Godwin Obaseki. He increased their workers' salary, and they were happy with it. So let's assume governors are coming out. I don't expect Obaseki to come out. And
no, what I was saying
even
was,
his workers,
the governors should also be there at least to speak
they are telling you that it is not their fault.
If truly they can pay those money,
it is not their fault.
They will be able to come out and tell them this money we can pay. This is what we can offer you. What
the governors want now is it is whatever the federal government says that we will go by. The federal government is saying they cannot give more than 54,000 naira.
A news that came out. I think yesterday or the day before yesterday, that even the 30,000 minimum wage, some governors are not paying.
That is on the part of it. But come to NLC. The NLC are talking straight to the federal government. That is the Tinubu-led administration. So government, the state government have their own right to do whatever they want to do, and that is what Obaseki has actually done in the state. By increasing, I think a worker is collecting 75,000 naira in a state. So now, what I want the NLC to actually talk about now is don't even bring the aspect of the private sector into this. They should bring into consideration the states that actually increase their worker salary, the likes of the Edo State and all that. Let the president know that this state increase their salary. Each state is paying 75,000 naira.
But
how much more federal?
The president knew that those states is paying 75,000.
So
can he deny the fact that he didn't know?
He can't because the man publicly said it. It was said publicly.
The federal government has nothing to offer. The present administration has nothing to offer their citizens. They just got those citizens.
500,000 naira that you are still dreaming about. I know. Well, they said May 31st. Today is what? Well, we will see. We will see what you are going to say tomorrow again. Probably you are still going to reduce because there is now how you do. They will still bend to what the federal government is saying. Because the person that is actually leading the body is not. I don't think he is actually strong enough to say yes.
Okay, you are talking about Ajero.
Yeah.
But the president himself is a very strong man that no matter
before
what,
you can shift
he said it that if you like, you can strike from 1 year to 2 years. That is not is less
Tinubu
concerned
can
about
only
it.
shift if he wants to be shifted by himself. You can't shift him. That is who I think that is the kind of person he is. And once he says go, says go. Since May 29, 2023, that he has removed the subsidy. Did he try to even return it at all? No. The borders are closed. Did he even make attempt to open the border? No. Now come to NLC.
But the border was open.
That's
Niger.
Niger is not in Nigeria.
Niger is not in Nigeria. But the border that links Niger to Nigeria was open.
They already told
those people that are closer to that border, so they will be able
to
go about their daily activities because they knew those set of people, when they get angry, nobody can stop them.
I think by now you should know Nigeria is divided already.
Okay.
We have the southwest, we have the north.
Nigeria is a country.
This one says Abba Kyari gets bail after 27 months in detention.
Well, I'll go back here. After 27 months, he was given a bail condition based
2
on
weeks to go and bury his mom.
because he wanted to go and bury his
when
mother.
Sunday Igboho's mom died.
Sunday Igboho was not in detection.
He was not in Nigeria.
He was not in Nigeria.
He was not allowed to enter Nigeria.
No, it was not. It wasn't because it wasn't that he was not allowed to enter Nigeria. He was the one that left Nigeria based on the case he has with federal government on the issue of agitation. Okay. So Sunday Igboho came to Nigeria, a clear conscience first negotiation, because his conscience is clear. That's why he came in. If he was being wanted by the federal government, he was being wanted by the past administrative.
Yeah.
Presently, it was Tinubu that was there. Tinubu has no case with him.
Okay. A federal high court in Abuja has granted the former commander of the Forest Intelligence Response Team, DCP Abba Kyari, 2 weeks bail after 27 months in detention. Kyari is expected to conclude his mother's burial, Yashial Kyari's burial rites. The court was subsequently set Friday, May 31st, for the determination of his bail application in the trial over drug-related charges filed by the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency following his arrest over 2 years ago on February 14, 2022. Sir, the House of Senate passed this bill that whoever carries drugs should be killed. So if the bill is successfully passed, will Abba Kyari be sentenced to death?
It was not that Abba Kyari was the keeping. It was not the one that carries the drug.
Drug related?
It was just drug related,
okay.
And it has not been confirmed. The case is still in court.
Since February 14.
So not until when they confirm the case, then the judgment can now apply to him.
Recall that the mother died in the early hours of Sunday, May 5th, 2024, and was survived by 10 children, 5 males, 5 females, including Abba, who is the eldest son. While Abba Kyari was not able to attend his mother's burial, residents of Borno State turned out in large numbers to pay their respect to Yachila, who was buried according to Islamic rites the same day. In 2022, the Police Service Commission suspended Kyari and 2 senior police officers, Sunday Uboya and James Bauer, named in a cocaine deal involving the suspended Deputy Commissioner of Police. The Police Service Commission has suspended Assistant Commissioner of Police ACP Sunday Uboya and Assistant Superintendent of Police ASP James Bauer from the exercise of the powers and functions of their respective officers with effect from Monday, 14 February 2022, the PSC said in a statement. The NDLEA has also declared Kyari wanted over alleged link with an international drug cartel. Femi Babalola, the spokesperson for NDLEA, alleged that Kyari and his intelligence response team arrested some drug traffickers who arrived in the country from Ethiopia with 25 kg of cocaine and took 15 kg of the seized substance for themselves.
You know, most of the Nigerian police, most of the security personnel we're one of those that are betting criminals.
Yeah, they are bets.
They covered criminals in their hideout because of the money they're going to get from those criminals. So now let's take to when you now have an information related to a drug trafficking, you now went to the police station, not knowing that the DPO of the division that you are going there to make the report to was one of those that have been covering those drug cartel.
Yeah.
You now went there to report you. Before you get to know, your life will be at stake. You'll be the next target of those criminals.
That's why it is so difficult to actually give out information.
The information to the Nigerian police, because some of them are into this dirty business. Don't you find the policemen that were being arrested? Okay, a couple that came out that he was being abducted
600,000 naira
by police, by I think four of the police officers at the checking point, and he was the only one that was brought down from the vehicle. I didn't be this set of people were kidnappers. They would have taken everybody inside that bus, inside the bush. It was this only couple that was taken inside the bush, and they collected 600,000 naira from. And they were putting on police uniform. If the police will come out now after the investigation, they may say those set of people are not policemen.
Yeah.
Because they won't want to cover them up. Because if those policemen did not have a backing up of their leader, they wouldn't have ventured into such this thing. They would have been apprehended since all these days.
Thank you so much, sir. Let's go on a short commercial break. When we come back, we'll continue from where we stop. Don't go nowhere. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
In the heart of Nigeria's bustling markets, where the sights, sounds, and smells overwhelm the senses. But in the midst of chaos, there shines a beacon of hope. King Victor Nigeria Enterprises, where convenience meets tranquility and shopping becomes a pleasure. Join countless others who have discovered the joy of shopping at King Victor Nigeria Enterprises. At King Victor Nigeria Enterprises, we understand the importance of providing our customers with the highest quality products at affordable prices.
Here at King Victor Nigeria Enterprises, customer satisfaction is our top priority. We're always here to help you find exactly what you need.
Whether you're stocking up for the week ahead or grabbing a last-minute item for tonight's dinner, King Victor Nigeria Enterprises has everything you need to keep your home running smoothly.
You're welcome back from that short commercial break. Like we were saying earlier before we went on that break, we said Elder was saying if those people do not have the backing of their superiors, that they wouldn't have had the ego to go ahead to do whatever. But what they actually did for that core member is actually a bad thing.
In fact, it's uncalled for. You remember some set of policemen, 3 of them that were caught in Ijabo Denogun stage.
Yeah.
3 of them is because they don't have the backing up of their superior. Yeah. That's why they were caught. If they have the backing up of their you see, when you go out there, we see a lot being a press man. When you go out there, you see some of this dirty business that they were doing. I could remember a division that the new DPO was transferred into that place. He will now call his boys that he had an information that there's a place in that town that some boys were smoking in their hair. When they called his boys for a raiding, before they got there,
these people would have left.
These people would have left. Almost 3 attempts like that. The man now keep mute, calling from the state headquarters to give him some boys for the operation. He didn't tell those people that
he requested for.
He requested for. So once those people arrived, they didn't come directly to the station. They had to tell them to wait for him at the express road. When they got to them, they went straight to that place. Some boys were arrested that day. Then he now knew that there's
a mole.
There's some loophole. Insiders that are giving those boys information. And you are now telling me that this country is going to move forward. Why we have some police officers that are doing covering up for criminals.
The one thing in Nigeria is the more we see people that are ready to do good, the more we have lots of bad people.
Bad ones
who are not even ready to make
down
things go
their activities.
Which is not supposed to be. We know we want Nigeria to work for better, but those that are in the parastatals, what are they doing? What is your work? A core member going to serve his father's land. Don't let me say you even arrested. You abducted him into the bush and took 600,000 naira away from him.
They even allowed the guy to go to the ATM go and withdraw.
I am happy for that boy because thank God for his life that his life was not wasted because they can do and undo as at that present moment. Edo Gobar, I can't reconcile with those that offended me Obaseki.
Obaseki really need to know the fact that no permanent friend in politics and no permanent enemy in politics. You see, African politics, don't let me say Nigeria, African politics is full of hatred.
Yeah.
There was a video that went viral, I've forgotten the country, where a president and the vice president were boxing each other at a national TV while the press were around. They were boxing each other, fighting against each other as if they were primary school students. Yes, but in the European country, in the US, when you look at their politics, when they campaign, they believe somebody must be a winner, the other person must be a loser. Once the person who lost the election, the person who lost the election will be the first person to congratulate the person that actually won the election. But here in Nigeria, there will be nothing like that. Well, let me say, in Africa, the politics of Africa is full of hatred. So that's why I give them Some of my friends are venturing into politics. I say you have to be very careful when you are going into politics. It's better you go and look for another job instead of venturing into politics, because there's an idea that says anybody that wanted to eat with the devil must have a long spoon.
And he who wants to eat the honeycomb in the rock
will never think of.
Will not look at the mouth of the axe. Yeah, I think that congratulating thing actually happened during the tenure of Goodluck Jonathan then when they were still counting and he saw that yes, the margin is clear, and he congratulated. For you to know that man actually has a clear conscience. He's a very free man.
That is why you see him, he can go around the world.
He can walk about without even having any bodyguards or anything. As the September 21st governorship election approaches, Edo State Governor Godwin Obaseki said it will be hard for him to reconcile with those who have offended him in the course of governance. Daily Post report that Obaseki made the remark when he visited the Edo State Muslim Pilgrim Welfare Board to bid farewell to intending pilgrims for the 2024 Hajj and the launching of a Feed the Vulnerable program organized by the state government for Muslims in Benin City. Excuse me. The remark was equal to an appeal made by the state chairman of Muslims Pilgrim Welfare Board, Sheikh Ibrahim Oyare Kwa, who urged the governor to reconcile with those who have offended him as well as those he offended in the course of his duties as a governor with a view of winning the election. Responding, Obaseki, who said, good can't reconcile with evil, opining that there was no way one can convince evil to be good. According to him, we can't continue to convince those evil who would enjoy seeing our people miserable, who wants to keep so much for themselves and leave the rest of our people poor. Obaseki, however, said that for the good things to continue, the people have to ensure that his chosen successor, Igadaru of the People's Democratic Party, who will continue where he stopped, wins the September 21st governorship election. Do you think with what he said, this man is going to win?
Well, you know, everybody, any governor that is on seat, we always want to put somebody.
But I don't think
it should. I don't
think he should come out to say that, even if he knows that he's not going to forgive those that offended him. I don't think he should come out to say
let me tell you this: it's better you speak your mind and let everybody knows where you are going than to pretend to become what you are not. You are fighting against somebody now, you pretend as if nothing went wrong.
What I'm saying is, those people of Edo State can actually use that against
if Edo State people has actually seen Obaseki's work in his own tenure, that he is a man that loves his state and loves his people.
He actually
according to the news, now Obaseki was the first governor to have increased the salary of his people. If his work is okay for them, it is his work that will speak for the next person that is coming.
But also people will not be like, yes, some wiki and sing live for
that's why I said
everybody wants a loyalist.
Wants a loyalist, so they can control the affairs of their loyalists. This is what you should do, this is what not to do, this is what I will get from the revenue that is coming to the state. You know?
I thought when this man was removed as the deputy governor, Shuaibu, I thought he was going to come back because he said he's coming back with full force, going to court.
No, yes, he said he's coming back. He's actually coming back because he's...
no, like he's going to take his position back as deputy governor.
No, that is not what he meant. What he meant was that he's going to contest for the governorship election.
You that the whole house supported that they should impeach.
That was the house because they were in PDP. That was the house.
It is well. Alright, we've come to the end of News Review today. Do not forget to follow us on all our social media platforms like iClamo, on our Facebook, on our Instagram, on our YouTube, on our X account, on our TikTok at Wisdom Yard Online TV. Thank you, Ambassador Riruaroti, for joining. Thanks to all our viewers out there, and thanks to our sponsor, Nokwa Abba and King Victor Nigeria Enterprises. I remain my humble self, Odunayo Adeliri. Be good and be fine. Bye for now.